Thank you so much. Good morning, Madam Chancellor, Madam President, Madam Board Chair, honorary degree recipient, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I am humbled and honored to be here to celebrate with you today. Congratulations, class of 2018. I'd like to invite you to think back to the moment when you decided to come to the Mount. We come from diverse backgrounds, different countries, different interests. Some of us are supporting family members or raising children, or maybe you're moving away from home for the very first time. Yet we can all think back to that decisive moment when our lives would change forever. I was 3 years out of a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and recently married when I decided to pick up and move across the country to study nutrition and dietetics. I had my doubts. Was I making the right decision? Would I be much older than my classmates? Does it make sense to do another bachelor's degree? But as the car was packed full with all our belongings and 2 little dogs, and we could no longer see out the back window, there was no turning back. We arrived to Halifax and began looking for a place to live. At the end of the first day of classes, as I laid my head down on an air mattress bed, I really began to think, oh no, what have I done? But as the weeks passed, we began to settle, meet new people, and I began to feel increasingly reassured that we had made the right decision. I loved learning about food, from nutrition science to the complex social systems surrounding food, and I loved interacting with students. As it turns out, I was not the only mature student. Up to 53% of all Mount students are transfer or mature students. I loved becoming involved in my community, both on campus and off. And I began to notice that my education was providing me much more than information. It was provoking my curiosity and passion and building my confidence. While we've all had different experiences at the Mount, I hope we can relate to these fundamental feelings of growth. And now when I look back, I can honestly say that returning to school and choosing the Mount is one of the best decisions of my life. As we move into this next stage of our professional, academic, and personal lives, I would like to share some lessons that I've learned during my time at the Mount from our faculty and peers. Number 1, surround yourself with people that believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. We never accomplish anything alone, and sometimes we need people to see the best in us to bring out the best in us. Number 2, seek out new ideas, but don't hold on to them too tightly. What a gift to open our minds to new ways of thinking. However, when we become too attached to a way of thinking, even a new one, we risk perpetuating the potentially oppressive systems we were initially trying to escape. Number 3, don't assume anything. When we make assumptions about individuals or communities, we ignore their history. Give space for people to tell their stories and stay curious about the world around you. And finally, one of my favorites, number 4, don't sweat the small stuff. While potentially cliche, this idea has really stuck with me throughout this past year. As we move on from the Mount to begin our professional careers or continue our education, be kind to yourself. We will face challenges and successes, but always remember that you are worthwhile. Again, congratulations and best of luck on all your future endeavors.